Hello everyone, this is Zach from Art of Fragrance, and today I'm going to be bringing you my top 5 gym scents. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there who would prefer to not wear anything to the gym, and to those people I say, go ahead, just make sure you wear deodorant. But today, I'm going to be going over a few of my picks that I think are appropriate and non-offensive for a gym setting. Some of the criteria for this list are that all of these scents are going to be, number one, cheap, because if you're going to the gym multiple times a week, you're going to be spraying these a lot, and it's nice to have a cheap scent that you don't have to worry about spraying on a lot, and that you can just re-up and rebuy whenever you need to. Second, all of these scents are going to be fresh. You don't want to be wearing something sweet, resinous, dark, anything like that in the gym. It's going to be unpleasant and could put people off who are around you. So all these are going to be fresh, and some of them are going to be more aquatic, some of them are going to be more sporty, shower jelly. So there's a little bit of everything in that fresh realm in this list. So I'm going to start with a few honorable mentions. Now, my first honorable mention is going to be Eau de Grey Flannel by Joffrey Bean. As you can see, I've scratched off the label and just written gym stuff on here, because this was, for a while, pretty much the only scent I wore to the gym, and that's the only application I used this for, was to go to the gym, so gym stuff. So this one has a very, to me, dated vibe, but that's also kind of why I liked it. I like those sort of old school scents. Has some lemon, I think some lavender, some other more floral, fresh notes in there, which I'm kind of tired of at this point. I wouldn't go out of my way to go and get this, but if you see it for a really good deal and you're looking for something cheap that you can just spray on and not think about, go to the gym, you could pick this one up. But I will tell you, it does smell pretty old school, kind of dated. So if you're okay with that, if you're an older guy, this might work for you. And all of these, just to preface, are going to have more of a light performance. None of these are really strong fragrances, except, well, a couple of them have better performance than others, but they're all generally on the lighter side, and the Joffrey Bean is no exception. So my second honorable mention is going to be Le Bleu d'Issy Eau Fraiche. Now, I have the original Le Bleu d'Issy, but that is not a good gym scent. That is a very dark green, very, very difficult to describe scent, but sort of an herbal green smell that's not really the best for the gym. But this one could actually work for the gym. So this one is based around a lot of mint, and I think there's a little bit of grapefruit in there, something to brighten it up. This is a very bright, very fresh and green smell, contrary to what you'd think from the name. But I just love this smell. It smells really good. The only caveat, and the reason why it's not in the list, is because this doesn't necessarily have the character of a gym smell. This smells more like being on the golf course, being somewhere where you're a little bit more dressed up, but not overly formal. But again, it is a very nice fresh scent that could be used for the gym if your personality jives with it a lot. So this one, beautiful smell, very cheap. I would recommend it for any summer occasion, any warm weather occasion. So Le Bleu d'Issy, my second honorable mention. And my last honorable mention is going to be the original Hugo by Hugo Boss. Now this one is a little similar to the last one, only in the sense that it has mint, but it smells very different from that one. The best way I could describe it is if you look at this cap, how it's green, that color is the smell of this one. It reminds me of like an army green, like semi-fresh, but not 100% fresh, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what other notes are in here. I think there may be some apple, some other things in there that give it a little bit more brightness, but this one's a little bit muskier, a little bit darker than the other ones. So if you're gonna wear this to the gym, go light, but I could see this working very well, especially if you're wearing a green outfit, because this is a very green smell. So starting in with the actual top 5, my number 5 spot is going to be St. Bart's by Tommy Bahama. Now this one, I'm sure you've heard of it before, is an eau de cologne. So it lasts, I believe it's an eau de cologne, and it lasts about as long as you would expect for an eau de cologne. About an hour, maybe 2 hours for this one. But the smell you get out of it is a really nice lime and sort of a Blanco tequila smell. So it kind of smells like a tropical drink. I don't really get the comparisons to Virgin Island water. I think people say it smells like Creed Virgin Island water, but I don't really get much coconut from this one. There's really not a lot of sweetness at all. It's very sour, fresh, limey, zesty. So if you're into that kind of smell, a little bit of a tropical vibe, I would definitely recommend this one, especially if you're going to the gym and you want something that you can just spray on. That's pretty much the perfect application for this because, again, it's not going to last more than 2 hours. So perfect for that occasion. Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bart's. My number 4 fragrance is going to be Eternity Aqua from Calvin Klein. Now this one draws a lot of comparisons to Polo Blue. If you smelled that, you know it has this ozonic blue cucumber vibe, which at this point is a little bit dated, I would say, but this one makes it a little bit more modern with some other notes that freshen it up, make it more appealing, more fresh, more aquatic than that fragrance. Doesn't really have the muskiness, the deepness that one does. So this one's perfect for really any summer occasion, but I would say the gym, especially just because of the performance. It is a very light scent. If you really want people to smell you, you got to really spray this one on, at least for me. But for a gym situation, this is perfect. Very inoffensive, very aquatic. Doesn't really have the character of like a gym smell. It doesn't really smell sporty. But if you just want to smell aquatic, ozonic, cucumbery, then this one's perfect for you. So Eternity Aqua from Calvin Klein, my number 4 spot. Now, my number 3 spot. Now, number 3, number 2, and number 1 could be equally good for any number of people. It really just depends on your taste. So number 3 on my list is going to be Premium Blend from Penguin. Now this one, I heard a little bit of hype about it, and I picked it up off that hype, and it is honestly a really, really nice pickup for the price. It has a lot of lemon, bergamot. I think there's lime in there. Maybe not lemon. It might be lime. Lime and bergamot. Yeah, definitely has a similarity to Scent Sail St. Bart's, but this one has a little bit less of a tropical vibe and more of like a sporty, just general fresh vibe, and it definitely has better performance than that one. So this one's just kind of an upgrade of that one in my opinion. But it's a very simple scent. You're not going to get anything that's reinventing the wheel with this one, but it's just a very, very nice, very citrusy and a little bit slightly aquatic, sea salty scent. So I would definitely recommend this one. If you see this at a discounter or something like Ross or TJ Maxx, I would definitely recommend giving it a chance, especially if you're looking for a gym scent. This is perfect for the gym. Very inoffensive, and it's only going to last a few hours, but that's fine if you're going to the gym. So my number 3 spot, Premium Blend by Penguin. Now my number 2 fragrance is one that has gotten a lot of hype over the years. So you've probably heard about it, and if you saw the title of this list and you know anything about fragrances, you probably guessed that this would be on here. Number 2 spot, Nautica Voyage. Now this one, I'm sure you've heard it talk to death, but what I get from it is a really nice, sort of a drier sheet smell mixed with cucumber, mixed with a little bit of green apple, and sort of a shower gel vibe. That's the best way I could describe it. Because it does, to a certain extent, smell like a sort of aquatic shower gel, something like from Bath & Body Works or something like that. But I think the cucumber and the apple really give it a nice, unique flair to it, and it doesn't really smell like anything else in this list. And it manages to be unique while still only costing about $20 to $20 to $30. So again, you've probably heard this talk to death, but there's a reason for that, and there's a reason I've used so much of it over the years, mostly going to the gym or even going to play sports. This is just a perfect fragrance for that. Very cheap and probably the best performing fragrance in this list. Now, it's not going to do wonders. You'll probably get 4 to 6 hours with this one max, but better than the other ones on this list and perfect for the gym. So number 2 spot, Nautica Voyage. Now my number 1. My number 1 is my number 1 for a few reasons. The first of which being that it has some of the best performance in this list. It's probably on par with Nautica Voyage. And secondly, it has the exact characteristic of a gym scent. This is pretty much the scent that I could see worn in no other situation other than either playing a sport or going to the gym. And this smell is called Pace by Jaguar. Now you may have heard about this one. It caught a little bit of hype a few years back, but that's since died down a little bit and I don't hear anyone talking about it anymore. But if you're planning on going to the gym, this is the perfect scent to buy. It is cheap, probably a little bit more expensive than the other ones in this list, but it also smells a little bit more high quality than the other ones in this list. Like I said, you'll get a little bit better performance than something like the Premium Blend or Eternity Aqua. This will probably last about 4 to 6 hours, I would say, on your skin. But it has a little bit of a similarity to Dylan Blue, I think, the opening of Dylan Blue, just the shower gel part though, not really the incense or patchouli or any of the other depth that Dylan Blue has. Yeah, this is pretty much just shower gel, a little bit of a peppery vibe, but yeah, just very blue, shower jelly, and absolutely perfect for the gym. Pretty much couldn't ask for anything better. If you're just going to go sweat, this is perfect for that. So, short and sweet. I hope you liked this list. Let me know if you want to see more or if there's any particular kind of list you'd like to see. I heard someone talk about a spray off in the last video, so maybe I can get around to doing that. But anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.